Hey everybody, happy Saturday. It's a happy one in St. Louis, I know. As I posted on Facebook, it's weird here when you sort of have to wake up to outcomes of the Cardinal game, but that was obviously a good one, so good luck to us in the NLCS. I am in Zagreb, Croatia. This was not part of my original agenda, but after reviewing travel schedules, trying to go to Romania and Bulgaria and then get back west was just going to be too challenging. So instead I'm cutting through Croatia. I'm going to spend a day, I think, in Slovenia. But going to go south here because Croatia is very cheap. I mean, almost ridiculously cheap. And it's got a lot of pretty beaches. What you see behind me here is Zagreb Cathedral. It's the largest cathedral in Croatia. I'm going to be checking that out later today. I didn't have a ton on the agenda here, which is fine. Honestly, as I approach 2 months now of this trip, I am wearing out a bit. You know, I got a refresher today. As I'm sure you can tell, I no longer have hair. So got my haircut here in Croatia because, again, it was cheap. It was about €4, I think, to get a haircut. And I think she did a pretty good job. But anyway, it is pretty here. You know, you can kind of see a little bit behind me the city. You know, a lot of the sites are up top. And believe it or not, there are 2 museums that I went to see today. One I couldn't get into, but there's a museum to Drazen Petrovic. And I think guys that watched basketball in the 90s know who I'm speaking of, the New Jersey Nets guard. He died tragically, I think, in a car accident. They have a museum to him here. They have a road named after him. I went to see that, but for some reason it was closed on Saturday. And then the other one was the Museum of Broken Relationships, which is hilarious. Apparently an actor and a producer, both from Croatia, had a relationship that ended in 2003. They looked around at all the stuff that was marked of their relationship, things from their relationship, were like, we had to open a museum with this. Well, at some point they went ahead and did. And this thing actually traveled all over the world. People from around the world donated different items, and it's hilarious. And again, it was cheap. It's about €3, €3.50 to get in, but you see an item, and they got the story written in English of what the item meant to the relationship and why they're getting rid of it now. And so there's some funny, some sad, some angry, but I mean, what a great idea. And it actually won an award for one of the best, the most creative museum in Europe, who just won last year. So anyway, I also happened to run into a guy I was on a train with to Vienna, so he and I are going to have dinner tonight. That's always fun when you're traveling. You run into people you'd seen before. I'll be in Slovenia tomorrow, and then I'll start heading down the coast of Croatia to see how some of these beach towns like Split and Dubrovnik are. Anyway, again, hope everybody's having a great weekend there. I'm going to do a little more sightseeing and go grab dinner with my new friend, and I'll talk to you tomorrow from Slovenia.